What's up, guys? It's Effortless Hoops here. Back again with another video. This is my second session with Evan Flemming, point guard at Potomac High School in Dumfries, Virginia, 2026. Let's dive right in. All right, so right now we're working on a rocker step, which is simply where you jab. It's out of the triple threat, but you jab, you bring the ball with you, then you bring it back to the opposite hip without moving your feet, and then you attack downhill. So it's a quick move, jab, bring it with you, bring the ball back while keeping your feet still, and then attacking downhill. Jimmy Butler uses this move a lot. A lot of players in the league use this move. It's a really good move. Different finish every time at the rim. And they just warmed up with this, just getting their bodies moving a little bit. I like that one. Okay, now jab cross. Okay, it's a move I use a ton. Triple threat move again, but you're jabbing and throwing the ball, crossing the ball at the same time. All right, so jab, step, throw. Jab, step, throw. Finish. Different finish every time at the rim. Okay. Now, I'm the big in the paint. Okay, so they have no defense on them at first. They do their jab cross or whatever triple threat move that they want, rip through, whatever. And I'm at the rim, and I'm trying to mix up my different spots that I help from. So sometimes I might just step up, and then they have to shoot their floater, or I might go from the opposite block or whatever. But you'll get a different finish pretty much every time. Give me that. I got the sticks in my hand to resemble length, so being able to finish over the top of a taller player, because I'm not a center, so they're going to go up against guys that are 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". No pun intended on that number that you guys like, but yeah, being able to finish over length. All right, so you got stepped up that time. You had to shoot a floater, tough left hand finish. All right, I'm mixing up my spot. Good Euro step. So it's just making reads and being able to finish. The Euro. Right, and these are great drills where you don't have to specifically drill one predetermined finish. Like nothing is predetermined in this, and it's all just based upon your reads, right? So for one player, if you jump a little bit higher, you might not have the Euro. You might be able to see space and jump into space, maneuver, jump into space and finish, right? So it's just all, you select your finishes based upon what you can do. Okay, so now uh, this is a small-sided game where the defender gives a top foot, and the goal is to get the offensive player to attack it. Right, so we want to stand on that top foot and allow the offensive player to simply just see the read that they're supposed to make and then try to make that read. Again, I'm the big in the paint, so I'm stepping up, mixing up my different spots, and they're trying to attack that top foot. If we go back to that specific rep, like the jab, once you see his top foot, we'll just attack it. All right. And he attacks it eventually, but was the jab necessary? Right. We talk about a lot about 0.5 decisions. Could he have just ripped and attacked and got to the same shot? A contested midi pull-up? Probably. So why jab and bring it back? Once you see it, just attack it. Great pivot, great shot creation right there. Being able to play through contact on that drive. Right. That time on that specific rep, I stepped up a little bit earlier. Evan had to shoot his floater, missed it, but the right play to make. Good finish. Okay. Now we're just doing the same thing, but from all 5 spots. Like maybe right here he should have shot his floater, but he tries to step through and he ends up kind of like underneath the rim a little bit. It's really hard to finish this shot. So he should have probably played off 2 and shot that floater. Right, you can see, right, attack that top foot. Defense has to open up. Right, I'm laid on the help side. He finishes inside hand layup. Great job playing off 2 to get through the gap. Under control. Play off 2. Finish. This small-sided game can resemble stunting at the ball and recovering, but my feet don't move. I'm simply in the gap, and I'm just trying to make a play on the ball with 1 or 2 hands. And the goal of this is to get the offensive player to be able to get through the gap, right? And those solutions can look different for everyone. Some players might like the high pickup over that if the hands are low. Some players might like the low pickup to draw fouls. Some players might like to dribble release through the gap. But essentially, this small-sided game is teaching them how to do all of those things instead of just having me teach it, right, or having it be scripted. Because in the game, it isn't scripted. There's live defenders actually trying to stop you. So, right, so rejects are possible in this drill. This defender is giving Evan a top foot to attack. Evan just simply rejects it. Rejects the help. Okay, now just switching sides with that. I'm on defense now, and I'm forcing him to that help. There goes the dribble release. Good pace to create a shot. Evan found a way to get through. And that's kind of what I'm really looking to go for in this drill is to teach this dribble release. Right? When you have that defender in the gap, you need a way to get through the gap. And I think the dribble release is probably the most effective way that keeps all of your options open. The option to score or to pass. Right, so this little release, I guess I turned it there, turn, push, and release through the gap is a very effective way to keep your drive going. That way you don't have to pick it up early and swing to someone else. You can kind of keep it yourself and finish. Top foot, attack, good pace, just float game over the top. Dribble release again. It's really hard to stop that dribble release. Okay, now this game, I'm throwing to Evan and I'm hopping to a side. So the defense picks whatever side. Evan wants to obviously attack whatever side the defense is forcing to just resemble, right, beating past that initial defender. Help at the rim. Kind of like these type of small-sided games. I see Evan playing off 2 feet a lot in this game. Great pump fake there, step through, float game. where Evan pump fakes me. Right? If there's no defense here, he's getting to a layup. He's just going to extend through and finish a layup. But there's defense here. So he stops and shoots that floater. Decision making. Turnover. Again, we really want to emphasize 0.5 decisions. Right? So if Evan isn't making this play in 0.5 decisions, it's a turnover. But also, from a skill standpoint, I see a lot of pockets when I'm reaching for that ball, right? Pocket away from the defense. It's good. And I have to shoot these floaters because I can't get all the way to the basket. So it's just like the game. Way to play off two. Good finish. Okay, now defense is starting behind the offense. Defense has to toss to one side, and you can choose to stay on that side or jump to the other. But the offense has to read by either seeing or feeling the defense behind them, and then essentially, just trying to get to the basket or create a bucket within 5 seconds. The pull up. Play off two. Pull up again. So you can see Evan really favors that pull up. And he went before I did. So I kind of let him play out his reps, and then I decided to go because I could show him instead of having to tell him, but show him, there's a different way to get to the same solution, right? Same bucket. So for me, it's putting him in jail and taking him out of the play, which now makes this a one-on-one battle. Take him out of the play by putting him in jail. It's a one-on-one battle with you in the big. And you can see, right, he understands that now. He takes me out of the play. Takes me out of the play. Now this is a one-on-one. Finish. Good move. Okay. Now this is a similar, pretty much the exact same game that we played our first session. But now we have another defender in play. So the help side defender is going to throw the ball to Evan instead of me. And I'm still closing out to him, and it's live from there. And if you get that shot to fall, defense is more likely to jump at your second shot. But if we go back, right, the finish that I end up selecting, where I finish with my right hand, I can't finish with my left hand because there's defense on my left side. So it's a lot easier to finish with that right hand and not get it blocked. And this is just to show, right? You don't have to necessarily, work on your moves to pull them out in the game, right? I don't work on. I think this move is called a speed stop between the legs. I don't work on a speed stop between the legs just by myself anymore. But I've been in enough situations to know, okay, when I attack and if I can get the defense to try to cut me off and I try to pull it back, right, that between the legs can be very effective. Missed a shot, but good shot creation. And this is called a go catch or a stampede. Run through it. Right, and you can see my defender is now in the dust, and I got to just make the right finish at the basket. And I think Evan has kind of taken a liking to that stampede catch. The flow. Right, so I'm past Evan now. Defense has to step up, and I got to shoot that floater. And you can see I shoot it off the left leg. Same foot, same hand floater. Evan's reading that space. Hand down, man down, shot. Read the space. Do you have enough space to get your shot off? Probably. If his hands are down, to me, he's like, you're a punk, you won't shoot it. Well, I'm not a punk, I'll shoot it. I'm not a punk, I'll shoot it. Are you a punk? Evan's not a punk either, he'll shoot it. Catching it high, keeping it high, bucket. Say it, been playing basketball a long time, right? So once I get this inside step to go past him, I veer in front of him. I veer in front of Evan with that step, with the second step. So when I pick the ball up and I do my Euro, I now know Evan is out of the play. So I do that Euro step and then finish. Also on that Euro, I throw my left hand up in the air to shield off the defender from blocking my shot, and I get a wide open right-handed layup. Good pump fake, finish. Okay, so Evan is going to give me a top foot to attack. I'm going to swing my left foot all the way outside of his body to go past him. Boom. And then from there, I have a lot of momentum going to the basket, take off, same foot, same hand layup because the defense isn't there. Caught him napping, knocked down a shot. Good bucket. All right, so I'm on the elbow right now, closing out to Evan on this side. So it just gives him a different read. Hand down, man down. Read the space. Inside step again. This time, my right foot swings all the way outside of his body. That gets me past him. Again, now that I'm past him, I kind of get back to that Euro step, and I slow step him here to finish a layup. Right foot. Swings all the way outside. Good step through. Hand down, man down. Same thing there. Catch, shoot, catch, attack. 0.5 decisions. Bump them. Layup. Every player, especially guards, need a bump. And the reason for that is that smaller players, if we're able to get good at bumping our defender or bumping that big, bow, you knock out their athleticism. So 6'9" now goes to right 5'10", right, or 6'3", and it's a lot easier to finish against 6'3" than it is against 6'10" at the rim. Shot variance. I'm able to get these shots off because I'm left-handed. Right, so he's on my right side, so it's a clear lane for me to get my shot off with my left hand. On my right side, it's a free look. That time, I switch up my pivot foot, so I catch and I jab on my right foot, and I knock it down. Attack his top foot, behind the back, quick pull up. Good footwork. And then now we're transitioning into transition 1-on-2. Right? And I'm mixing up my spot. You can see me on that volleyball line on the right side, and Evan has 5 seconds to score. Mixing up my spot. That time I was in the corner. He has to maneuver and find a way to finish. Floaters, layups, good pump fake, way to play off 2, pump fake you, layup. Tough one. But you start to figure out, what's a good shot for me? Can we just get layups? Can I get all the way to the basket? Can I get floaters? And he's making some good reads. Anytime this kid can get to 2 feet, he typically finishes. But you guys can see there's some misses in there. Um, dribbling off his foot one time. Okay, high pickup right there. And then we're just kind of working on those same things. But this time I'm a little bit higher up, right? Mixing up my spot. Trying to finish out the workout with some high and low pickup stuff. Good finish right there before the help defense could come over. Passes defender, boom. Right, that defender is now not in the play, and he has a quick finish before I can block it. But I think you can see whenever he can get to 2 feet, he typically finishes. Midi pull up, right? So I'm contesting on his side here, and he's having to get his shot off, on the right side while I'm on his left. And then once he did that dribble release through the gap, I just decided to end the workout because that was something that going into the workout, I really wanted him to understand that you could throw it through that gap and release it through that gap. So once he did that, I got all I needed out of the workout. So again, big finishing workout, obviously ending with 2 free throws, but lots of floaters, lots of layups, midi pull-ups, catch and shoot threes, all the stuff that he's going to do in game. You don't see a lot of the tween crossing. You don't see a lot of the on-air training. He has to make real reads, real game time decisions, and that's what we're trying to get out of training this CLA type of way. All right, guys, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.